Welcome to Fight Night on Network West Virginia. Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Darney along with Rob Faust. Tonight we have 6 great bouts for you, including a U.S. heavyweight title, Rob. A heavyweight title in kickboxing, something you and I've never done before. We've seen a lot of it, but proud to present it right here on Network West Virginia.
You know, it's funny, Steve. We lost count a long time ago as far as how many of these boxing matches that we've done, but we have never yet done a kickboxing, especially a title fight, and this is the ISKA U.S. title up for grabs tonight. And it's Mike Shepard, a name that we've had on here several times from the boxing community, but now he's moving over to kickboxing. His opponent from Las Vegas, coming to Parkersburg, West Virginia in the middle of a snowstorm to fight for a title.
Not bad, not too bad at all. Kickboxing, something Mike Shepard has gotten into from boxing. He went from the way of boxing into kickboxing, trying to make a name for himself there, and has so far. Doing a pretty good job.
He really has, and you know, a lot of people remember Mike's devastating knockout that he took at the hands of Jeremy Bates, but since then, you know, he's moved over to kickboxing and has become a world-ranked kickboxer. So here's a fighter that's done a lot better in kickboxing than probably he did in boxing.
Fighting for a title here tonight.
Fighting for a title tonight, and that's not the only bout that we've got tonight. We've got a full card, correct?
We do have a full card. We have 6 bouts tonight, 5 strictly boxing matches, and then the kickbox title fight. So we got a full array for you.
We got 5 boxing matches, kickboxing match, and one of the fights is a female middleweight fight.
Absolutely.
And that's going to feature Roxanne Ward, and we're excited to be back here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. We're at the Parkersburg High School field house.
Absolutely.
And it's been a long time since we've been here for professional boxing, and actually, if memory serves me right, Steve, I think we sat right here on the very first bout we ever did together. So
I'm sure we did.
This is a little bit of a homecoming here tonight, and it's not going to be long because the people are filing in.
They are filing in. Nice crowd coming in. We have 6 bouts for you. We're going to take a break and come back with our first bout, a heavyweight bout. Right after this, you're watching Fight Night on Network West Virginia. Welcome back to Fight Night on Network West Virginia as we get ready for our first of 6 bouts tonight. First bout tonight, a heavyweight bout, 4 rounds of boxing, featuring Bill Shahan out of Glenville, West Virginia, who has won his only professional bout, and he'll battle Zack Taylor from Zanesville, Ohio, making his professional debut.
And Steve, Bill Shahan, that's a name that we know out of Glenville. I believe he's trained by Leon Ramsey, who's been involved in the fight game for a while, and should be a pretty good bout to start the night off. We've got one fighter with a small record, although Shahan, I believe, came up through the ranks of Tough Man and has 1 pro fight under his belt. And Zack Taylor, not a name that we know, but most certainly has some amateur boxing of some kind in his past, or the commission wouldn't have let him get in the ring here tonight.
Shahan, I noticed, got his only bout back in September, fighting out at Elizabeth, West Virginia, in the bouts that Mike Shepard put on out there earlier this fall. So he is probably involved with that group as well as they make their way to the ring, both fighters. Nice crowd here tonight at Memorial Fieldhouse on a cold winter night. And making his way into the ring, I'm not sure who that is. That is Zack Taylor. Taylor, as we said, out of Zanesville, Ohio. Another the Titan. Now we await the arrival of Bill Shahan out of Glenville, West Virginia, into the ring. And I see he's being led into the arena by none other than former great boxing champion from right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley, Bert Hayes.
It's been a while since we've seen Bert around the fight game. It's good to see him back.
Absolutely. Bert looking good. And they come in as the boys. Here they come. Bill Shahan and his entourage making his way into the ring. And here is Shahan being introduced. He'll be fighting out of the blue corner. And wearing black trunks. Zack Taylor in black and white trunks, the third man in the ring.
Both you men are experienced fighters.
Is Paul Thornton.
Follow the rules and obey my commands at all times. I want you to keep yourself protected. When I call stop and call break, I want you to take 4 steps back. If there is a knockdown, go to the neutral corner before the count can start. We're going to call this good right here. We're going to call this good right here. Questions out of the red corner. Questions out of the blue corner. Touch up and good luck to you.
All right, Paul Thornton, as we said, the referee. We're ready to go. Round 1 of a 4-round heavyweight bout, our first bout of the evening.
I noticed that looks like Mr. Shahan probably borrowed those trunks. What do you think?
Well, he's calling himself the Beast, and we already have a Beast, don't we?
We have a beast somewhere.
All right, there's the bell to start the first bout. Shahan out of the blue corner is the stockier of the two. And they don't waste any time. Shahan using his left. They both have amateur records, good amateur records coming up in different ways. Good left jab. Shahan just keeping that left right in Taylor's face, has him against the ropes.
Taylor trying to work that uppercut in there. He almost connected with it.
He ducks a big right by Shahan. Taylor not hard to identify. He's got tattoos of stars on each of his shoulders.
That time, twice that uppercut did connect.
He did come up with a nice uppercut. He's using that right out against the ropes. Probably Shahan would be well advised to kind of keep some distance and get his right in right there. Nice right by Shahan. That hurt him.
And a standing 8 count.
Standing 8. 4, you okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk to me. Box.
Comes right back with that big right. It was blocked, but he is connecting.
He's connecting with that uppercut. If he could just do it a little more often and maybe with a little bit of more power.
No footwork out of Taylor. He is just standing there waiting for punches, ducking a little bit, trying to throw an uppercut, but right now trying to stay out of the way. Good left.
Steve, there's still a minute left in this round. I'm not sure that he's going to make it through to the end.
No footwork whatsoever. It is scheduled for 4 rounds. Big miss that time by Shahan. Sends him into the ropes.
And buys Zack Taylor a little bit of time.
Taylor needs to move a little bit. He's getting hit with that left jab,
He's got to move, and he's got to get his hands back up. There's absolutely nothing coming from his corner. I mean, they just seem to be content to sit over here and let him loose.
Big right by Shahan. Another big left by Shahan. He just kind of stiff fighter. That's the end of round 1.
He made the end of it. Let's go see what they have to say to Zack Taylor. See what...
In the red corner, Zack Taylor's crew talking to him.
He is wide open, buddy. He's throwing that right hand clear over the top, clear over the top, clear over the top. He's leaving himself wide open, brother, okay? All you got to do is catch him when he cranks that right hand up. Go low, go under, go to the body, hook him in the ribs and step out, pivot out, okay? He's cranking it for all he's worth, dude. Okay? Keep your left hand up if you're not going to step in under it because he's coming in. Bring that left hook around, double it to the body, pivot off, and then give him the right hand. You got to lead that right hand. He's just clubbing. This guy has no skill. He's clubbing. That's all there is to it. Big and bad. Hoorah!
All right, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
He's just clubbing, but I believe he knocked him down once. They had a standing 8 count.
They're clubbing each other a little bit, I think.
You know,
and it's these are early in their careers.
It is, but you know, I mean, we've seen so many of these fights. You like to think. I mean, usually the corner is in there, giving them some instructions that they can use. I'm not sure there were any that time.
Well, he's out there trying to punch, and he comes out throwing some punches. Does Zack Taylor, and Zack Taylor is standing toe-to-toe and punching it out with Strahan right now. Going to the body, which he needs to do. Strahan meets a little different fighter here in round number 2. Still no footwork, but he's got Strahan in trouble. 3 quick little right hooks. Comes with the uppercut. Comes with the uppercut again. Strahan is in trouble. Or Shahan, I'm calling him Strahan. Shahan is in trouble. He's holding him right now with his right arm, and Paul's going to see that and break that up.
You would hope. There he goes.
Comes in with that left, does Shahan. Tries the left again, a combination. Good left once again, and now battling back is Bill Shahan. He has Taylor cornered.
I'll tell you, Steve, this is the...
And now has Taylor down into the ropes.
He's
on
down.
His knees, and he is down, and I think it's over. It is.
Well, now wait a minute.
Well, maybe not.
He's giving him...
I thought that they...
5, 6.
I'm not sure Mr. Thornton knew exactly what he wanted to do.
You okay? You okay? You okay?
I don't think he wants to continue. He looks at his corner. He's done.
You want to fight?
Oh, he's going to continue. Big left. He comes back with the right and knocks Shahan down. And he's going to get an 8 count. Unbelievable.
5, 6, 7. You okay? 8.
This is the first, my friend. We've never seen that before.
Not when I thought Taylor was out on his feet.
I did too.
He comes back and knocks Shahan down when I didn't even think he was going to continue.
I was beginning to question why Paul Thornton was letting this fight go on, and then the other fighter gets knocked out. So I guess that's why the ref's closer to the action.
And you know, you see this a lot of times in the lower weight classes. And now it's Shahan turning around and knocking Taylor down.
I tell you, Paul Thornton's getting a workout.
8, 4, 5.
Got 35 seconds. He better get up.
8. You okay? Are you okay? Answer me. Are you okay? You want to keep fighting? You
It's
done?
over.
You want to fight?
Up. He wants to stay in
Over
there.
here, Bill.
He asks him if he wants to fight. He shakes his head no, and then the last time he says yes, I guess.
He's waiting for...
Got 13 seconds.
They're not blocking themselves very well. They're just out there throwing punches, and they're really taking some punches. These are big boys, and they can throw some punches. There's a combination, a big combination that time.
That should be about
That
it.
should be it, and that is going to be it. I think another 8 count. This time, I believe he finished. But I thought that before.
That's a third knockdown.
That's it.
And that's it, Mr. Bill Shahan is now 2-0.
In the midst of all that, Steve, we kind of lost track of the knockdowns, but the 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and that was the 3rd knockdown for Zack Taylor.
It was time. Taylor was finished. I do believe. He's got a nice cut in his mouth. The two will hug, and Shahan will leave the ring undefeated. That was very, very... that was...
entertaining.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm telling you.
Nothing else. It was entertaining.
That was probably the most knockdowns we've ever seen in a round. All right, Steve. Look, we need to catch our breath a little bit after that one. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be back. It's Fight Night from the BHS Memorial Fieldhouse in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
Welcome back to Fight Night on Network West Virginia. As we prepare for our second bout of the night, these are middleweights, 4 rounds of middleweight fighting. featuring, making his pro debut, Ryan Britton out of Harrisville, West Virginia. And in his 6th professional fight out of Zanesville, Chris Payne. Payne is yet to win a professional fight. Comes in 0-5 and is fighting a guy with making his pro debut. So you got to believe Payne would be the favorite, I would think.
You would think. I mean, at least he does have some experience in pro fights, although he lost 5. But you know, Ryan Britton is a tough kid. We've seen him before in some amateur bouts and some other things that we've done. Ryan's a tough kid, and so it should be a good fight.
Well, Payne will be wearing black trunks with silver trim as the crowd comes alive as Ryan Britton making his way into the ring. So he has quite a following here tonight. Wearing a red and white hoodie, kind of looking like Santa Claus coming into the ring.
There you go. I understand Ryan Britton's being trained by Leo Paul. He's been a local figure in boxing in the Mid-Ohio Valley for years.
And here he comes. The first bout was heavyweights. These are middleweights. And the third man in the ring for this fight is Steve Allred, who happens to be the commissioner of boxing in the state of West Virginia.
If your hands are free inside, I want you to work your way out. In case
actually, Ryan Britton,
stay there till I bring you out. You understand? Good punch here. Good punch here. Anything below that's going to be considered a low blow. Any questions from the red or blue corner? Touch them up, guys. Good fight. Good luck.
All right, here we go.
ready to say before the referee stepped in, Ryan Britton, last time I saw him, he works at a local eating and drinking establishment here. J.P. Henry's out on Route 2.
All right, his pro debut. He's wearing black trunks with red, white, and blue and stars. Black and gray trim is Chris Payne out of Zanesville. So we're ready to go. Both right-handed fighters. Chris Payne, our second fighter of the night out of Zanesville, Ohio. We've had some fighters down from Zanesville this afternoon, or this evening. Red breaks him up.
Britton tried a big uppercut there, but tried it again. The second one sort of landed. The first one was a miss.
They got similar styles, these guys. They're both right-handed. They both use their feet. They're trying to use their quickness. I notice Payne likes to go in and come back out, go in and come back out. Britton trying to cut off the ring a little bit. Has Payne up against the ropes, but throws the right. Comes back to the body. Nice punch that time by Britton. Britton more seasoned than he looked, than his professional record shows. His debut fight.
I think Chris Payne took a couple of shots there. He looks just a tad bit more flat-footed than he did earlier in the round.
You like to see these guys early in their careers and then see them later on in their careers. We've got a guy like that coming up in a little while, Chad Greenleaf. We've watched his career as he's progressed through it and watched how they become much better boxers. Their records might not show, but they obviously they do become better boxers, and these guys will as their careers.
Well, the more time they spend in the ring, the more used to it, the more the nerves start to settle down. One of the things that we've seen time after time is how much nerves can affect these fighters when they get out in front of the crowds.
Payne now leading with that left, comes in with the right. Likes to use his left. Both these guys in pretty good shape. Not any flab. Big roundhouse right, doesn't hit anything. Britton with the left. Comes back, has Payne up against the rope. Britton doing what he likes to do, cut off the ring. Nice right. And now Allred separates them. Keeping him at length with the left, and that right got through there. Payne felt that, came back. There's the bell. That's the end of round one. Let's go into the corner of Ryan Britton, the blue corner.
Ryan, this guy's wide open for a baseball right hand. He carries his left low. Work that body. Get some body and uppercuts on him, but you got to get him backing up. Like say if he's not, he's going to just jab and move. Try to cut the ring off when you do your best work inside. Looking good.
Work the jab. When you go to the body, keep that punching to the body. You hurt the guy. You hurt him inside. Keep up there. You got a jab working the way. Don't walk in. Jab going in. And work that body. You did a good job. Hey, you won that round. You're fine, okay? That's the way to work. Take that long breath.
That right hook baseball, right? Land on that fucker.
You all right?
Also good body baseball. Boom, bam.
Boom, body. Good job.
Well, they told him he won the round.
They told him he won the round. I'd say he probably did win the round, but not by much.
No.
How's that?
They did. They analyzed what his opponent was doing very well, I thought. And that's what he did. He likes to come in and get back out, come in and get back out. Ryan Britton in his pro debut in the black trunks with the red, white, and blue. Chris Payne in the black trunks with the silver piping. This is round 2 of a scheduled 4-round middleweight bout. I think Ryan Britton won the first round. Now, Payne has turned around. He's a left-handed fighter.
Yeah, Payne just has a very unusual stance.
He started out as a right-handed fighter. Now he's coming back and leading with his right and using his left, trying to confuse Britton, I guess.
Well, he's kind of confusing me. He's just sort of.
I'm afraid he might be confusing himself. And then he's in trouble. Then he's got a problem.
There's a few slaps going through there. I mean, his hands are moving, which is a good thing, but you really can't say he's throwing punches all the time.
He's leaving himself open to those rights from Britton. And I think they're effective. I think by the end of the round, Payne's pretty well beat. Payne in unfamiliar territory there. He's not used to, from what I've seen, getting guys up against the ropes. He was not very comfortable with that right in that situation. He brings them back out. He likes to hit, scamper around, hit and scamper around. Big right to the body. And I think he has confused Britton maybe a little bit coming out as a left-hander. Britton working inside, though. That's what his group wanted him to do.
I'll make one other observation, Steve. When you look at Payne, he really doesn't look winded. When you look at Britton, he has expelled a lot of energy so far in this fight.
And his mouth is open.
And if he does not get the knockdown that he's so desperately seeking, he could have a hard time in the last few rounds.
Throws a left there that connects. He's kind of geared it back. He just doesn't know how to fight a left-hander right now, and that's what Payne has come out here in the second round as. He's not as aggressive as Britton. I'm not so sure Payne knows how to fight left-handed as well as he does right-handed, but it has confused Britton.
But he's doing enough to take a little bit more control of this round.
Yeah, he has. Down to 10 seconds left in the round. And a lot better round for Chris Payne here in the second round. Big right to end the round.
Big right.
We'll go into Chris Payne's corner, the red corner, and let's see what they have to say to hit their fighter.
That was our round. All right. Now it's even up, bro. It's even up. Listen to me. Look across the ring. That boy's tired. He's more tired than you are. You got to keep your hands up. Do not let this guy get you. Take him about 30 seconds into it and then just start working body, head, body. He does not like that, man. Okay? Big air. Give me some big ones. Big air. Come on, man.
Clean body shots in there. Every time you got to look, double back to the head.
All day long. All day long. Come on, big air. You got her, baby. Just don't get sloppy with your hands inside, all right? All right? Do not get sloppy. Okay?
I think they gave him some good advice, actually. We'll see if he uses it.
Well, and they pointed out what we pointed out. I mean, Britton's definitely the harder puncher, but he's used a lot more energy so far in this fight, and it's evident.
Round 3, Britton comes out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, red, white, and blue piping. Chris Payne of Zanesville, Ohio, in the black trunks and silver piping. Third round of a 4-round middleweight bout.
And you know, Steve, you get the impression that this is a fight that either Britton's going to connect with a hard shot and it's going to be over, or it's going to go clear to the end and the tide's going to start shifting.
Payne coming out a lot more active here in round 3 than he's been in the first 2 rounds. They told him to go to the head, go to the body, go to the head, go to the body. I thought that was good advice. Big left. Has a tendency, he's not as quick covering up. Leaves himself open a little bit. Payne will sneak one in there once in a while. Payne knows he's in a bout now. I don't think in the first round Payne thought, I'm going to breeze through this thing. Britton changed his style in the second round, went to become a left-handed fighter. And he's thrown,
Hands off his head.
he has thrown a monkey wrench into Britton's plan. Big right on top of the head by Britton.
Well, you got to kind of wonder, a fighter as Payne is with a 0-5 record. I mean, there's got to be some motivation there. You've got to have a win sooner or later. Maybe tonight's a night.
I think so. Another body shot with the left. Uppercut from Britton. Now a combination. Big left by Payne. Payne comes back with his own combination. Gets Britton backing up. Britton is now blinking his left eye very, very much.
Yeah, he might have got a thumb there. Certainly that punch hurt.
About a minute to go here in the third round, a scheduled 4-round middleweight bout. These two guys showing much more skill in the boxing ring than our first 2 heavyweights, although our first 2 heavyweights, the first bout was very entertaining.
Break.
I'll tell you what, Steve, this is a pretty even
is.
fight.
These guys match up well.
Straight right hand, Ryan.
Ryan Britton just took a big left.
And again,
Oh, let go. Let's go. Work out. Come on, guys.
Britton throws the right. Another big left to the body.
Off his head. Let's go.
A lot of punches there by Payne, very few connected. And we're gonna go. And Payne trying to work himself off the ropes and hurting Britton there toward the end of the round, I felt.
Payne certainly had a nice flurry there right at the end.
We'll see what they have to say to Ryan Britton in the red or in the blue corner.
Better on that one, but we got 1 round to finish this thing up. You know what I'm saying? All right. Listen to me. You got to lead that big hand, okay? And your right, if you're in the left-handed man, that right hand, you got to put something on it, and that's going to set your left hand up. You got to put something on your right hand, okay?
Stay in the center of the ring. Stay right there in the
actually in Chris Payne's corner.
I think we were. We had a short little technical difficulty there, but I think we were in Chris Payne's corner.
All right, here's the fourth and final round of this scheduled 4-round middleweight bout. Been a good, very, very good fight. Two very, very good fighters out there battling it out. Ryan Britton in his pro debut in the black with red, white, and blue. Chris Payne in the black with silver piping. Comes out very aggressive, much like he did at the beginning of the last round, Rob.
You know, Britton's thrown a lot of punches, but again, that awkward style of Chris Payne is his arms and his hands just seem to be in the right place a lot of times to block him.
The crowd kind of got excited there, but I thought that was more of a trip on Payne's part. I don't think he was hit. Britton up against the ropes with him, where he has had his most effective boxing. Chris Payne, I think, needs to make a statement here in this round and try to win this fight, although it's pretty even. Wide open is the mouth on Ryan Britton. Big left from Payne. Roundhouse left, and down goes
That was a slip.
Payne, and I believe it was a slip as well. If that's going to be an 8 count.
That was a slip.
Right. He actually tripped over his leg. He was trying to get out of the way. Britton has him up on the ropes, though. Payne standing toe-to-toe, fighting him off the ropes.
Yeah, it looks bad to the judges when you're leaning on the ropes like that, but Payne was throwing punches the whole time.
Their heads are very close together. Good left by Britton that time. About a minute to go in this bout. And this one's going to be a tough one to call, I think.
Steve, at this point in the fight, on a close fight like this, I mean, you've got to know Ryan Britton has got to be the local favorite.
Yeah, boy.
But tough one to